This video provides you with some basic steps on what is involved in producing a theatrical interpreted performance. For assistance in preparing for a theatrical interpreted performance, please contact the New Jersey Theater Alliance at info@njtheateralliance.org or call 973-731-6582, extension 15. In planning sign-interpreted performances for individuals who are deaf, theaters need to identify and secure ASL interpreters who have experience in signing for the theater, as well as a deaf coach who can help guide the interpreters as they prepare for the performance. Using Two River Theater of Red Bank, New Jersey as a backdrop, this video provides an overview of the role of the deaf coach, the sign language interpreter, as well as the perspectives of a deaf patron and the benefits they receive from a signed performance. The deaf coach is crucial to the preparation of a signed performance, for they provide suggestions and feedback to the interpreters throughout the rehearsal process. Heather Sherman gives some insight into the role of a deaf coach.
My role as the ASL coach is to make sure, read over the script, meet with the interpreters before the performance, meet with them and make sure that linguistically the translation is correct, and make sure that the way that they're going to be signing it, the concept that is presented, makes sense in American Sign Language. And that includes gestural part of the language, how a deaf person might think about it and process the language and see it expressively coming from the interpreter.
Signing for the theater is very different than signing for a lecture or meeting. Interpreters need to think of character development and ASL analysis when preparing for theatrical interpreting assignment. Kathy Farrajon talks about her role and the preparation required as a theatrical interpreter.
Theatrical interpreting, it's very theatrical, so there's very artistic language. So the process of analyzing the text or the words that are spoken requires much more analysis and kind of figuring and research in terms of figuring out the history of where certain things come from and what they mean. So it's very intensive. Well, we put a lot of hours into it, but it's a very brief period. We've been rehearsing for this for less than 2 weeks. So we read the script, we rehearse on our own, we get together as a group, we see the performance several times, which is crucial to see how things happen on stage, and then what that looks like and how we incorporate that into what we're signing. So it's an intensive, short period of time.
A brief pre-show discussion between interpreters and the deaf audience is very valuable, for it provides the audience with some background of the play and insight into essential elements of the ASL performance. It's important for theaters to involve audience members in their planning of an ASL performance. For example, a theater can host a post-show reception to meet the audience and hear their feedback on their experience. Deaf audience members can also be wonderful advocates in helping the theater company promote their ASL performances. Two River Theater patron Barbara Lehman shares how interpreted performances enrich her theater experience.
Watching the interpreter, it really makes the performance for me. I get to understand what's being said and understand the ideas and the emotions in the performance. And, the interpreters work so hard to maintain that character experience and connect to each character and show the character's personality. So, it really makes everything better. I can also understand the tone of the performance as well, whether it's serious or comedy, etc.